Well, I do find that when I'm speaking to patients, there's a huge distortion when it comes to how they view their portions. So we do call it that. We call it portion distortion. So, for example, if I'm asking someone how much rice they eat, they might say to me, well, I eat a cup of rice. They don't really have a good concept of what a cup is. So often I won't just ask the question like, how much rice do you eat? I'll say, how much rice do you eat compared to this, right? And so you kind of show it to them. And they'll say, well, I eat 2 or 3 of those. How much is that? And that's often the question that we get. And we say, well, this is a cup, right? And this is a more appropriate portion for someone of your size, or it might not be. It could be half is a bit more appropriate for them. But as I said, we do see a lot of people who eat way more than they think they actually do, especially when we tell them what's a bit more appropriate for them and their needs. We also tend to find that with portions, protein is a big thing as well. Our body only needs so much protein, and we find that most people in the Western world eat way more protein than their body actually requires. When you eat more of any type of nutrient in excess of what you need, your body will then store it after, right? And so we see this sort of rising epidemic of obesity and overweight. So again, I'll ask the question like, how much protein do you have compared to this? And they could say, I have like 3 or 4 of those in a sitting. And for many people, depending on what else they're having for the day, they're going well in excess of their needs by having portions like that. So this right here is about 3 ounces of protein. And for most people, this is an appropriate amount of protein to have with a meal. Most people will tend to have an aha moment. They'll realize that this really isn't the portion that they'll have. They'll already be drawing that conclusion before I even say. So I'll say, how much do you have compared to this? Before they even answer the question, they'll say, oh, is that all I'm supposed to be having? And the answer in many cases is yes.